We are following breaking news out of North Haven. Police say an overnight fire killed an 8-year-old child and an adult.
Yeah, we've been getting updates from firefighters who are on scene. And NBC Connecticut's Julia LeBlanc joins us now with the details. Good morning, Julia.
Hi there. Good morning to you, Taylor and Eddie. This is a heartbreaking situation for so many. We just spoke with a neighbor who says she hasn't slept since this all happened just after 12:30 last night, and she's taking the day off of work because of this incident. We are learning, unfortunately, that an elderly man and an 8-year-old boy did die in this fire and this home on George Street here in North Haven. We're told that the two of them are related, and in the light of day, you can see just how extensive the damage is to this home. The entire front-facing siding is completely charred. Those windows are completely blown out, and if you take a look at the roof of the home, the entire thing is pretty much gone at this point. Firefighters tell us that all 3 floors of this single-family home were covered in fire. When they arrived to the scene, it was just after midnight, right around 12:30, he says. He says when firefighters got here, they did find the elderly man dead inside of the home, and then they also found the 8-year-old boy who was rushed to the hospital and unfortunately was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, the firefighters tell us that there were 4 other people who were home at the time of this fire. They did make it out safely. We're told that that is 2 adults and 2 children here. Now, the fire chief does tell us that this was a very chaotic scene when they arrived here. They say multiple neighbors were outside. They were trying to help in any way they can. He says some people even went inside of the home to try to make some rescues. He says this whole situation is tough for the neighborhood and for firefighters as well, of course, for the family. Here's what the fire chief says about the resources that are now in place for these firefighters who do have families of their own.
All these firefighters, they have families they have to go home to, and particularly when you look at a loss of a child, this hits really close to home. And so we've set up peer counseling, peer support for this morning. All of the firefighters that were involved, the EMS and some of the police that were involved, will all be convening in a couple of hours.
Now back out here live once again, the firefighters are still on scene here. They've been here since this all happened at around 12:30 last night, so it's been about 6 hours at this point. We're told that the investigation from here is continuing. We were able to see firefighters going inside of the home earlier with their flashlights and also with cameras and with a video camera to capture this scene here. The investigation is starting now. We know that the North Haven Fire Department and North Haven Police are working with Connecticut State Police and the Connecticut Fire Marshal's Office to figure out what exactly happened here. At this point, there's no way we're going to know what the cause and origin of this fire is. That's something that may take weeks, months, or even potentially we'll never find out. So that's something we will keep you updated on. In the meantime, we are learning that the medical examiner's office will be on scene later this afternoon. We'll keep you updated as we continue to learn more. For now, we're live in North Haven. Julia LeBlanc, NBC Connecticut News.
All right, we appreciate all your detailed reporting this morning, Julia. Thank you.